If you are sitting there at 30 or 35, feeling like you are constantly running on a financial treadmill just to stay in the exact same place, I need you to know that you are not alone. Singapore is routinely ranked as one of the most expensive cities in the entire world, and the pressure here to look successful, own a home, and secure your future can be absolutely suffocating. But instead of chasing vague ideas of wealth, we need concrete checkpoints to know if we are actually tracking toward financial freedom or falling into the classic middle income trap. Today, we are breaking down the 5 real financial milestones every Singaporean needs to hit by age 40, using practical numbers that matter for life in this country. The very first milestone you must lock down before you hit 40 is securing a fully funded emergency buffer that is completely insulated from your investments and your CPF. I am not talking about a casual few $1,000s sitting in a basic savings account. By the time you are 40, you need exactly 6 months of your actual living expenses held in high-yield cash or ultra-liquid instruments. Why 6 months? Because by age 40, your financial responsibilities are usually at their peak. You might have a mortgage on an HDB or a condo, elderly parents who may face sudden healthcare needs, or young children whose school and enrichment fees don't pause just because you hit a rough patch. If you lose your job or face an unexpected medical emergency, a 2-month buffer will evaporate before you can even reposition your career. This money shouldn't be locked away in long-term stocks or property equity where you would be forced to sell at a loss during a market downturn. It needs to be sitting in a high-yield savings account or a liquid cash management account where you can withdraw it within 24 hours. Having this 6-month buffer means you never have to make desperate financial decisions out of fear. And that peace of mind is the true foundation of wealth in Singapore. Once that cash buffer is established, the second milestone you need to achieve by 40 is crossing the $100,000 mark in your CPF special account. This is what local finance enthusiasts often refer to as the compounding sweet spot. Your special account earns a guaranteed risk-free 4% interest per annum. When you manage to accumulate $100,000 in that account, the compounding effect begins to do the heavy lifting for you. 4% of $100,000 means your account is generating $4,000 a year in pure risk-free interest without you contributing another single cent from your salary. This is crucial because it takes the immense pressure off your future retirement planning. If you can hit this milestone by 40, the path to achieving the full retirement sum or even the enhanced retirement sum by age 55 becomes an automated mathematical certainty. You no longer have to worry about whether the stock market will crash right before you retire, because your baseline retirement income is being secured by the most reliable compounding machine available to Singaporeans. If you are lagging behind on this, making strategic top-ups or choosing not to transfer your ordinary account funds to your special account too late in life are choices you need to evaluate right now before the clock ticks past 40. The third milestone shifts away from retirement accounts and focuses directly on your personal investment portfolio. By age 40, you need to have a liquid, income-generating investment portfolio that is equal to at least 1 times your current annual salary. Notice that I said your annual salary, not your net worth. If you earn $80,000 a year, you should have $80,000 actively deployed in the markets outside of your property and outside of your CPF. This milestone is the dividing line between someone who just saves money and someone who actually builds sustainable wealth. In Singapore, inflation will quietly erode the purchasing power of your cash if it just sits in a traditional bank account. By building a portfolio worth 1 times your salary in blue-chip dividend stocks, local REITs, or globally diversified index funds, you are effectively creating a second income stream that works for you 24 hours a day. This portfolio represents your exit strategy from the corporate grind. It proves that you have mastered the art of delaying gratification and that you know how to convert your hard-earned salary into capital assets that will eventually replace your job entirely. This brings us straight to the fourth milestone, which is a major pain point for almost every Singaporean: establishing a clear, sustainable debt-to-income framework for your housing. By the time you turn 40, your total monthly mortgage payments must not exceed 30% of your household's gross monthly income. Far too many couples in Singapore stretch themselves to the absolute limit to buy a property that looks amazing on paper, but leaves them asset-rich and completely cash poor. They commit 50 or 60% of their combined income to service a massive loan, relying heavily on their CPF ordinary account to foot the bill every single month. But if one partner decides to take a career break, faces a salary cut, or wants to pivot to a lower paying but more fulfilling role, the entire financial house of cards collapses. Keeping your mortgage under 30% of your income gives you breathing room. It ensures that you are controlling your housing asset rather than letting your housing asset control your entire life. If your current mortgage is draining you, age 40 is the critical window to look into refinancing options, downsizing, or adjusting your lifestyle expenses before you enter the final decades of your peak earning years. The fifth and final milestone you must achieve by 40 is the complete elimination of all high-interest consumer debt. There is absolutely no room for credit card balances, personal loans, or car loans that drag down your monthly cash flow when you are in your late 30s. Consumer debt is a financial parasite that drains your ability to invest and compound wealth during your most critical earning years. If you are still carrying a balance on a credit card or paying off an overpriced car loan by the time you hit 40, it means your lifestyle is actively outpacing your actual income. True wealth in Singapore isn't about driving a Continental car or wearing luxury brands to look affluent in downtown financial districts. True wealth is the freedom to choose how you spend your time, and you cannot have that freedom if a portion of your paycheck is legally obligated to a bank every single month for past liabilities. Entering your 40s completely free of bad debt unlocks your cash flow, allowing you to aggressively fund your investments and maximize your peace of mind. If you looked at these 5 milestones and realize you haven't hit all of them yet, do not panic. The purpose of this checklist isn't to make you feel guilty. It is to give you total clarity on where to direct your focus next. Financial planning in Singapore is a marathon, not a sprint. If your cash buffer is low, prioritize that first. If your CPF needs a boost, look into optimization strategies. Small, intentional shifts in how you manage your monthly cash flow right now will compound into massive victories over the next 10 years. Take control of your numbers, stop comparing your behind the scenes to everyone else's highlight reel, and start building a financial foundation that actually serves your life.